and then the that's someone but again so MLC TV. Emma be one doubt Abdul Muttalib or should be about Renica. Kaya someone Kaunika Ibrahim or a Buddha and you. There was only MLC TV. I do not have to Tubura. In a canal, I pay him time, I should be on the vase only. If you have all America, I do not to Sanabama, but I wouldn't so almost to get in a heke, Leo Kukuru, Leo Puzui, at the end, I do not to Salon, and a man of a way time. If you have better American Wabaneva, but there is a vase only, and I'm going to ever a grain. Do I have a man? The last of us in a cool home there. We know where he started to be in Magugena. But again, he has taken on another Facebook, Instagram, Kamuru, when I ever saw Baneva, and I need to do you see. I go as one of Koloka. I saw the Cotton, Kumuru, and Cotone. I want me down, and I'm Daniel Beatone.
Hello and welcome to Mlc TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Conference State of Nigeria. I am Sheriff Fatunana Mohammed. The headlines: Christ Embassy opens a bank. Bird flu outbreak hits Kaduna poultry farms. Somalia minister clashes with UK MP over Somaliland region. And AFCON, Cameroon, Nigeria, 7 other countries qualify for round of 16. Now the news in detail. The President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the National Assembly to seek timely passage of 3 bills, the Proceeds of Crime Bill, Whistleblower Bill, and the Witness Protection Bill. President of the Senate Ahmed Lawan and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Bajambiamila read Buhari letter at the plenary on Wednesday in the respective chambers. The President wrote, "He writes to inform you that the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria participated in the 9th section of the Conference of State Parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption held from December 13 to 17, 2021 at the International Conference Center in Egypt." Meanwhile, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan forwarded 2 executive communications from President Buhari for the confirmation of Nnamonso Ekanem, Akwa Ibom South-South, and Mahmoud Abubakar Magaji, Niger North Central, as members of the Federal Judiciary Service Commission to the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters. Also forwarded was the nomination of Professor Mansour Bindawa for appointment as Non-Executive Commissioner of the Nigerian Communications Commission to the Committee on Communications. Both committees were given 2 weeks to screen the nominees and report back to the Senate in plenary. In addition, 2 bills seeking to establish the Federal University of Medical Science and Biomedical Technology in 6 geopolitical zones and for the regulation of health education practitioners killed second reading in the Senate. The Senate on Wednesday included the concession mode of primary in the Electoral Act Amendment Bill as suggested by the President Muhammadu Buhari. Both chambers of the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Representatives, however, deleted compulsory direct primaries from the bill. While the House gave option of parties adopting direct or indirect primaries, the Senate included direct and indirect primaries as well as the concession mode as suggested by the President during his interview with Channels Television a few weeks ago. During the interview, Buhari said the lawmakers should include consensus beside direct and indirect primaries. He said there should be options. They must not insist that it has to be direct. It should be consensus and indirect. On Wednesday, the House of Representatives amended Clause Section 87 of the Electoral Act 2010, which is Clause 84 of the Electoral Bill, by inserting the indirect primary option. The Senate, however, adopted Clause 84-2 as recommended by the Committee of the Whole and approved direct primary, indirect primary or consensus as procedure for the nomination of candidates by political parties for elections. The Senate's move, it was learned, was based on the request by the President. However, it was not a smooth ride for the bill at the House. There was tension in the House as members were divided on whether to amend the legislation or override the President's vote. The Trade Union Congress will on Thursday take a position on the planned removal of the fuel subsidy by the federal government. The TUC Deputy Secretary Nuhu Toro disclosed to journalists in Abuja that the Congress will hold a meeting over the subsidy issue. Toro disclosed this ahead of the National Executive Council's meeting on Thursday. NEC, consisting of including all 36 governors, Vice President Mlc Tv and other federal officials, is expected to consider the adoption of a report by its ad hoc committee on fuel subsidy removal and the increase of petrol price to 302 per litre. On its part, the TUC Deputy Secretary said the Congress would hold a meeting over the subsidy issue. Also speaking with journalists, the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria opposed the plan by the federal government to remove the fuel subsidy and increase the pump price. The ASCSN president, Tommy Okon, said his association and Nigerians will resist the move. He said, of course, Nigerians are rest assured that they will be defended by their union. That is why they are there. And that is why they are saying it is a wrong decision to take at this time when workers' wages are still stagnant. No increase. They have not made any provision. Christ Embassy-owned microfinance bank, Parallels Bank, transitioned into a commercial bank just last week Friday with the high-esteemed pastor, Dr. Adeola Phillips, as chairman of the board and Olufemi Bakare as the managing director, having its headquarters in Victoria Island, Lagos. This will be the first time in Nigeria that a microfinance bank transitioned into a full-fledged commercial bank. A big congratulations to the Love World Nation. Kogi State Senator Yakubu Oseni has trained more youths and underdeserved persons on digital economic capacity and GSM operations to empower them in Kogi Central. The training supervisor of the National Information Development Agency, Abubakar Mohammed Shaib, said the decision of the federal government to train youths and mature people in technology is to be able to build self-confidence to face the digital world. He called beneficiaries to take advantage of the training to create their world of creating employment for themselves. Our reporter has more.
Youths across Kogi Central have expressed their joy over what they described as a good gesture of the senator representing Kogi Central, Honorable Yakubu Oseni. The young and underdeserved beneficiaries of the digital economy and GSM empowerment training at Okene commended the senator's effort to ensure many of them become technologically inclined.
And we learn a lot, how to repair phone, a lot of things. Senator, in person of Alhaji Yakubu Oseni, that may Almighty Allah guide him and protect him.
For giving us hope once again. After all these challenges the youths are facing in Nigeria, he is training us, he is giving us empowerment in the real sense of it. He is not dishing out little amount that will fight ourselves over and buy drugs over. He is giving us skill. And very soon we are going to become employers of labor in the society. So I want to say thank you, a very big thank you to the distinguished senator, and I pray to God to guide him and give him more wisdom to bring more of this type of dividends of democracy to we, the citizens of Nigeria, particularly those in Kogi State.
The chief of staff to the senator, including other representatives cut across the 5 local government areas, said youths must be trained on various ways of using technology to create jobs for themselves.
So many of our youths, allowing them, most graduates, particularly, they are not employed, and their mind need to be engaged in order to be self-sustainers. So I think this is what informed this idea, and this is the 3rd round. And faces we are seeing here today are different from faces that are participants in the first 2 program we did. And as such, you and I will believe that as time unfolds, as this program progresses, we'll keep on enrolling more hands.
As our speaker rightly said, that it's better for you to teach how to fish than to be given fish. That when you teach how to fish, that person will not come back begging. So I really want to appreciate the senator for this feat, and people have been trying, appreciating him, and all we wish him is that God will bless him.
The training supervisor, National Information Development Agency, Abubakar Shaib, advised beneficiaries to maximize the opportunity given to them.
NIDA, specifically under the supervision of the Digital Economy Ministry, deploys at least 80 digital economy centers, mostly in the rural areas. And as the representative of the senators have said here, that they have at least deployed in the rural areas here, they have deployed many digital economy centers. So the artisans training as well is part of the effort NIDA and the ministry and the government at large is doing to at least carry along the rural areas.
Over 100 youths and underdeserved attended the workshop and training. They were given a starter pack each to enable them to practice what they are trained for. and in return be able to create an established means of making money for themselves. Rihanna Titudaye reporting for MLC TV.
Over 100,000 birds in poultry farm in Kaduna State are reported in danger following an outbreak of bird flu, avian influenza, confirmed in 3 local government areas of the state. The Kaduna State government said the disease was threatening an estimated population of 107,807 birds in farms in 3 local government areas of the state. The State Commissioner of Agriculture, Ibrahim Hussaini, who discussed this during a stakeholder meeting with the Poultry Farmers Association, said the affected local government areas where the farm were located at Chinku, Igabi, and Lere. The commissioner, represented by the Director of Veterinary and Livestock Services in the ministry, Pakati Zakaria, noted that the tests were conducted by the National Research Veterinary Institute. He added that 3 farms have been depopulated and decontaminated, while the result for the 4th farm was being awaited. Hussaini appealed to farmers in the state not to panic over losses, saying there is a compensation policy for farmers in the state. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Mlc TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV. Reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
MLC TV. Emmanuel Dauda Abdulmutalib, Orange Nubon Ava Ronica, Kayasumone Kaunika Ibrava, or Arela Bura and you. Yavasoni MLC TV, Adesanavana is to Bura. Ileka Kano, Equa, Hinta, Eva Jubran Vazo only. Ibrava, America, Adesatrosana, Paraun, so almost Jete, Ireake, Leo Kukuru, Leo Puzui, Ateneo, Adesatrosanon, and a maneva, Menaco Hintan, Ibrava, American Vaquabaneva, the Dares Vazo only, and Antonada Eva Green, do I have a 9 London. The last Vazo in a Kuhome, who knew where he started to be in Magugena. But again, he has taken on Facebook, Instagram, Kamuru, Moneva, Baneva, and Danibia, you Umusi. I go as one of Konoka, I saw the Cotton, Kumuria, and Cotone, I want Daniel, Daniel Beatone.
Welcome back. Ahead of the 2023 elections, members of the National Coalition of Women for Osibanjo have said Vice President Osibanjo is one of the few Nigerian political aspirants who will not turn electoral victory into an opportunity for wealth accumulation, and therefore Nigerian women will give him resolute backing. The coalition chairperson, Rabi Dauda, also the leader of the pro-Osibanjo Progressive Women Group, said this while addressing journalists during a press conference in Abuja. In its 6-point declaration, which included a call for the President, Muhammadu Buhari, and the entire members of the Federal Executive Council to consider adopting Osibanjo as APC consensus presidential candidate. The coalition stressed that the 2023 general election will be a decisive turning point for APC and the entire nation. The NCWO said they strongly affirm Nigerian women's utmost confidence in the candidature of Yemi Osibanjo as a people-focused leader with a suitable intellectual capacity and innate leadership quality to move Nigeria forward, with emphatic attention to women progress and development. The coalition also urged the APC caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee to strictly ensure that delegates to its national convention are not hijacked by those who have participated in looting state or federal resources in the past. It said their great party APC must seriously consider women's collective cause for greater involvement of women and youth in critical positions within the party as well as local, state and federal administrations to be constituted by APC in 2023. Ahead of the June 18 governorship elections, the People's Democratic Party has established an appeals committee on Ekiti Governorship Primary Ward Congress. National Organizing Secretary of the party, Umar Bature, discussed this in a statement titled PDP Constitutes Appeal Committee on Ekiti Governorship Primary Ward Congress. According to Bature, the Ward Congress's Electoral Appeal Committee shall consider appeals arising from the conduct of 3-man ad hoc ward congresses ahead of the June 18, 2022 Ekiti Governorship election. Members of the appeals committee are Ekwensili Ezenwodu as chairman, Ibrahim Dakwombo, Kemi Chikwe, Esther Udehi, Kingsley Chukwu, Musa Elayo as secretary. Kogi Central artists have staged a drug-free society concert. The concert took the center stage of Okene local government area to sensitize teeming youth of damages caused to the body and community by drug abuse. The organizer, who were artists, said it is a little way of adding value and condemning drug addictions among youths. Our reporter has more.
The drug-free concert was well attended by young men and women within Kogi Central Senatorial District. Though it was fun, message was passed across to youth to desist from taking drugs as an option to be noticed in the society. They said it's better to be known for positive influence in society than becoming a threat. One of the facilitators and the principal of the Technical College Oboroke, Salihu Ataiza, condemned drug abuse and trafficking and called on the government and the people to re-strategize the ways of curbing it.
The first thing I would recommend is empowering these youths to indulge or involve in one trade or the other. Once they are employed, you say the idle hand is the devil's workshop. I do mind things, devilish things. So once they are empowered, the job with which they are involved will take most part of their thoughts.
He said drug misuse, abuse and addiction has caused both short-term and long-term health effects that has caused a societal setback. He called parents to create time for their wards and suggested the way forward to stem the menace.
There should be worldwide campaign, or nationwide campaign rather, on drug abuse, the effect. It should be taught in schools, not only concert like this. It should be taught in schools. We should have teams going around schools, teaching our teaming students the effect of drug abuse.
Drugs, first of all, have to be kept, especially within and without. The insurgence of drugs from overseas and of course foreign companies that is producing these drugs have to attach thereof the instruction for taking it and the danger involved in having to take drugs. Then some people who refuses to take to instruction, anyone that is caught, I don't believe they should be punished, such as building a rehabilitation center where they can be reoriented, re-educated about life itself, the value of life, and of course the devaluation of life by taking drugs itself. This is one of the things. This I felt the government should help to finance individuals who are ready to carry this on their shoulders and take it across to the grassroots.
The organizers, who are artists, said the rate at which some youth depend on drugs for everything within the society is on the high side. They mentioned that drug addiction has caused depression, anxiety, panic disorders, increased aggression, paranoia, hallucination, and untimely death amongst youth. They advise drug abusers to stop before it's too late.
It could drain somebody's mentality, like lots of things, like it's not causing any positive effects to their health, so they should just stay abstain from it.
Let me say, out of 100%, roughly 75% of our ladies today embark on drug of 18. So with this, I believe they will be able to learn, and even if they cannot put an end to it, it will reduce the number of those that engage in drug addict of 18. And with this little preaching, because we are the artists, and as you all know, artists are the mirror to the whole world. So we decided to come out in masses and give this sermon to our people. There are a lot of people that believe in me, people believe in MK, people believe in Twin Stability, people believe in V2X, you understand? Now if they are able to see us like this, they will be able to look after us and at least put an end to what they are doing, most especially our ladies. I believe they will reduce by His grace.
I believe it's going to have a positive impact on the youth, especially the youth from Kogi Central. Because the way I'm seeing it, you can see around many of them that are taking drugs are already here. They want to hear what's the main reason for this concert. And I believe they are going to learn from it. Because the drug we are talking about, even if you take paracetamol without the prescription from a doctor or a physician, it's going to have a side effect.
It affects female. From experience, that leads so many of them into wrong direction of marriage. They won't marry on time because of drug they take, so they won't look attractive to any man.
Celebrities present include the present Miss Icon Nigeria, who used the occasion to kick against abuse of drugs amongst women.
Good for our brain, it's not good for our system. It causes so many problems. It damages our system. For the ladies, it can even damage our womb. It might make us unable to give birth.
This was the first concert put together by artists in recent times in Kogi State to talk and to correct abnormalities among the youths. Drugs are chemical compounds that affect the mind and body. The exact effects vary among individuals and also depend on drug, dosage, and the delivery method. It's a piece of general advice that people should avoid taking drugs in excess even if it is prescribed by medical practitioners. Its abuse or misuse can produce other short-term effects that could generate long-term effects. Rihanna Itudaye, reporting for Mlc TV.
On our foreign news, a Somalia minister has lashed out at a UK MP pushing for the recognition of the breakaway region of Somaliland. Gamal M. Hassan accused MP Gavin Williamson of lacking facts about the Somaliland issue. The minister revisited the MP's past when he was fired as a minister. Williamson was sacked as the Defense Minister in 2019 following an inquiry into a leak from a top-level National Security Council meeting. He denied leaking the information. His motion in the UK parliamentary on Tuesday to have the Somaliland region recognized as an independent state was adjourned. Somaliland declared independence after the overthrow of Somali military dictator Said Barre in 1991. It is not officially recognized by any country as an independent state. Let's join Jonah Malik on Sports Update.
And on Sports Update, at least 9 countries have qualified for the 2021 African Cup of Nations round of 16. Egypt became the latest country to book its place in the 2021 AFCON last 16 on Wednesday night. The Pharaohs of Egypt defeated Sudan 1-0 thanks to Mohamed Abdul Memun's first half goal. Egypt finished in the second position in Group D with 6 points, while Nigeria finished on top of the group with 9 points after beating Guinea-Bissau on Wednesday night. The other 8 countries that have since booked their place in the AFCON round of 16 are Cameroon, Morocco, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Senegal, Guinea, Comoros, and Gabon. Cameroon was the first country to qualify for the AFCON round of 16 after win over Burkina Faso and Ethiopia. Morocco was the second nation to qualify for the last 16 after 2 victories over Ghana and Comoros. Matches slated for the final group matches on Thursday include Cote d'Ivoire versus Algeria, Sierra Leone versus Equatorial Guinea, and in Group F, Gambia takes on Tunisia while Mali tackles Mauritania. And straight to Europe, Atletico Madrid's season went from bad to worse on Wednesday night as they were knocked out of the Copa del Rey by Real Sociedad. A comfortable 2-0 victory for Real sent them through to the quarterfinals, while Atletico Madrid are left needing to beat Manchester United in the Champions League last 16 to have any chance of rescuing their season. Diego Simeone's team are effectively out of the La Liga title race, already giving the seat 16 points behind Real Madrid, and they were beaten by Atletico Bilbao last week in the semi-finals of the Spanish Super Cup. The Copa del Rey appeared their only realistic chance of silverware left, but instead they were convincingly beaten at the Real Sociedad Arena, where goals coming from Adam Jamzaj and Alexander Solots were enough to put the Basque side through. Atletico Madrid have now managed only 2 victories in their last 8 games in all competitions. In the league, they have registered just 1 clean sheet in 7. Real Sociedad joined Mallorca, Real Vallecano, Cadiz, Valencia and Real Betis in the quarterfinals, with Real Madrid facing Elche and Barcelona playing at Atletico Bilbao on Thursday night. And that's Sports Update on Mlc TV. I am Malik Jonah.
Thank you, Jonah. And that's our news package today on Mlc TV. Join us tomorrow, same time via this channel. For your daily news, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, Facebook, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV. For your advert placement and sponsorship, please call any of the numbers displayed on your screen. I am Sharifat Mohammed. Thanks for staying with us.
Thanks for casting our...